Hello, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to Level Up Cleveland. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and notification buttons so you never miss an episode. Hello, everybody. Big Bri here, and thanks for watching this episode of Level Up Cleveland with Camel Butter. We just wanted to go over with you that during the taping of this episode, one of the cameras inadvertently had its autofocus left on during the taping, and what ended up happening was the autofocus box that appeared over the head of Luke Fitzwater, who is the keyboard player of Camel Butter. It just floats there around his head, and we just wanted to get that out there so no one freaks out when they see this. We did reach out to them. They were cool about it. They're super cool guys, as you're about to find out. I just wanted to get it out there, though, that did happen. That's what you're seeing, and it's such a great episode that we just left it. So here it is, Camel Butter.
Take a little funk, mix in some jazz, sprinkle in a touch of hip-hop with some psychedelic textures and sounds, add cream, and churn for 10 minutes at a time, and you will have made Camel Butter. We'll be talking today with Jan, Blake, Luke, and Jeziel about the band's history, what's next, and what you can expect at a Camel Butter show. We got Camel Butter. I'm Big Bri. Level Up Cleveland starts right now. I'm in the band. I'm in the band. I'm in the band. All right, everybody, welcome to Level Up Cleveland. Studio, we got the guys from Camel Butter. We got Blake Pequeno, drummer. We got Jan Rodriguez, who plays bass guitar. Luke Fitzwater, he is on keyboards, and Jeziel Chavez plays auxiliary drums,
Right.
and percussion, basically, right?
Yeah.
Not here today is Nick Cream, is a guitar player. Maybe we'll get Nick on a future episode or something.
Yeah,
But for now, I got you four here. We're going to talk to you guys for a little while. First of all, Camel Butter. Where do you come up with the name Camel Butter?
Very common question.
Yeah, that's one for Nick, who's not here.
We don't really. We
Nick
don't
came
really
up with it.
We don't
Yeah,
know if we
he
have
did.
an answer to that, honestly.
I think we were just like kind of talking about band names one day, and he just shouted out Camel Butter.
Because it really is
Oh,
Camel
hey,
Butter.
yeah.
It actually does exist,
Yeah.
which I found to be really interesting.
We did look it up too, you know.
I feel
We
like-
also found out you can buy it. So.
And you're the milker.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, a lot of bands kick around dumb names for a while, I think, before they settle on one. And that's just the one we settled on. I
We
guess.
locked in on it pretty quick, I'd say.
So you guys are all local Ohio, Cleveland area, native.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
born and raised in Puerto Rico, but I came to the States around like 8 years ago, I'd say. Yeah, 9 years ago. 9 years ago. And then I've been in Cleveland for like 6 years. I met these cats about 2 years ago. Well, I met them before that, but we started the band about 2 years ago.
Who started the band?
I'd say Luke and Nick probably, and Blake actually. Yeah.
I guess it started with me, Nick, and Blake in my old basement on the west side in Berea. And we had a different bassist for a while and a different name. And we played like one gig. And we were okay, but the guy bailed, and we kind of like interviewed or auditioned Jan without telling him, and then we were all just like, "Yeah, just come back." And he
You auditioned Jan without telling the other bass player, or without telling Jan?
The guy bailed on us, and we just had Jan like, "Yo,
Oh, I
come
got
jam
you.
with us." And
We're auditioning you, but you don't know it.
yeah,
yet.
exactly.
I didn't know they were a band. I thought we were.
But you're a hell of a guy to find.
And Jan can like listen to anything and jam it. Like if there's a guitar player, a drummer, anyone playing a different instrument, and Jan's in the room, like he can jam
Well-
along with it like nothing. Like
So
So as I do all these interviews and stuff, I find myself first time hearing a lot of the bands. We're doing local stuff. So these aren't all mainstream bands that everyone hears every day. So for you guys, it was definitely the first time I'd ever heard you guys.
Awesome.
It was just a few weeks ago. And I'm thoroughly impressed. And
Thank you.
one thing about you guys, I'll say, and there's a lot of things I can say, but it's one of them bands where, the definitive band has their rhythm section and has their leads. You guys, anybody can play lead in your band at any time. So you guys can, you're devoid, obviously, if you caught the introduction, we're devoid of a vocal. There's no vocalist. And everybody can be the vocalist in this band.
Yeah.
And not without ever having to sing a single word or anything. Everybody.
Totally.
And that in itself is a feat.
The songs will like turn into dialogues. Like,
and then you guys will pull
the
stuff.
instruments.
Like I heard, I find this to be so funny. It's probably my own personal humor, but when you guys do the Outcast thing,
Press So Clean,
Yeah.
so the reason it's funny to me is because for some reason I know that fucking song and I don't know why. All right, like I don't know why I know it, and I sat there forever trying to figure out because when the I know that riff.
That everyone just kind of picks up on it.
And I'm like, I know that riff. It's so fresh and so clean. I know that when the riff ends, it goes so fresh and so clean. I like that's how I knew it. And I'm like, these guys pulled that.
Yeah. Well, a lot of us are hip hop heads, to be honest.
See, that's
We like the idea of playing like hip hop without necessarily having a vocal track to it, then making it our, because like even that song, is when you hear Outkast do it, it's very hip hoppy.
Yes,
when we do it, we have the hip hop elements, but we really bring some jazz.
Like we'll cover hip hop songs, and as opposed to having a vocalist, Nick will like rap on it with his guitar.
It's sometimes those hip hop tracks are sampling like really interesting
old
like,
jazz tunes.
This
like
is very
it's
true,
full circle.
So-
Like
I'd like
no
to-
kid. Yeah.
I'd like to bring up the effect that you mentioned on it of it. It's just like the song is this like unanimously just known thing. Like I don't necessarily know how we knew we all knew that.
Right.
Right.
In that moment.
That was cool.
The first time we ever like
that's
played
just funny.
that wasn't even at practice. It was at Nelson Ledge's.
we had it
just-
recorded.
Yeah, it's on YouTube and everything. We just kind of set up. I bought a generator like 2 days before.
Well, we're gonna get into the Nelson Ledges thing.
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay. Yeah. We'll talk about that then.
Yeah,
later.
for sure. No, for sure. I have a history at Nelson's too, so that's awesome.
Yeah. No, Nelson's is
That's a great place. Oh
yeah,
my God.
great place.
Yeah, it's big. Well, let's just go there now, because so on that video you're talking about, the one on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are just. I was gonna say, you guys are not on the amphitheater. You guys are set up in the woods. You guys got generators out. My God, dude. Look, like you guys don't half-ass too much shit at all. I mean, here you are in the middle of the woods at Nelson's. You got the lighting is right.
Yeah.
The sound is right.
Yeah.
That's
You
a cell
guys
phone
have
video.
everything right.
It's
Your fucking guitar player is on the ground.
Yeah.
Doing shit while he's fucking over here. And I'm like,
Crawling around.
man, these guys are fucking off the hook.
Thank you.
Very cool, man. Very cool shit.
That was that everything just kind of fell into place for that show because like it was all very random. Like I said, I bought a generator at Lowe's 2 days before that. I even asked Lowe's, I was like, "Can I return it if I don't like it?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, sure, it's fine." You
planned
got
on
to see-
returning it.
Yeah.
Did you return it?
No, I didn't because the
Use it all the
generator
time.
was so great. I was like, I'm definitely using this again. But my plan was to.
That's another thing about you guys that set you apart from a lot of the other bands that I know and talk to is that you have also gone to school for recording,
Yeah.
and you are actually like
yeah, I will.
you record. I mean, and
I'm
you're
in
also
the
in
middle
school.
of finishing
Right.
the school right now. At Tri-C. Shout out to David Kennedy.
Yeah.
And Brian Boyd.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do a lot of like live sound and location recording stuff.
So-
I have like a mixer that I kind of carry around with.
So you're a pretty valuable guy to have. I mean, when you hear somebody says, "Well, he's the auxiliary drummer," immediately, I mean, just but immediately your brain's like, "Well, he's the guy that's kind of in the background and forgotten." But it sounds like, no, you're actually a pretty fucking important guy. I mean,
he brings a lot to the band. Yeah.
right? And that's awesome because
He's got rhythms too.
Well, because in my own way, because like I said, this is kind of all new to me. You guys, this whole thing is kind of new to me. I'm not big into this kind of music originally. I might I'll be. I don't know, yeah. But I just thought the Oggs drummer thing was kind of funny to me because I had everything to me becomes fucking silly, and I'm thinking this is your way into being the real drummer of a band,
yeah.
right? Because this dude's the auxiliary drummer of Rubik's, but the drummer here, and I'm thinking what came first, the chicken or the egg, right? Like
we gotta get Jason in here, see what's up.
I mean, that's a good question. What were you first? Was this band first, or was the Rubik's first?
Oh man, I was in a band called Primary Colors straight out of high school, and that's kind of where I picked up drum kit first. I got these. I got like a set of auxiliary hand drums and some stands that I would like, basically just get ripped on reefer and like hit after work for like an hour along to my favorite music, and that's how I taught myself how to do that.
That's cool.
Eventually, I picked up did basic technique study and like leveled my hands up a bit, like, you know, just as far as how I understood them, and it's all been just vocabulary after that, like things you can say with them.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, that's what I think you guys really are, right? I mean, like, you guys aren't just about straight playing the instrument. You guys are like trying to find new ways to make new sounds, very experimental.
Yeah,
Right.
You're like a updated version of like a Floyd was doing back in the 60s and stuff, where they were experimenting with things that weren't even like instruments.
Yeah.
You know, the silverware, and but you guys are kind of like taking it to that other level. All right, guys, we're gonna take another break right there. We'll be back here in a couple minutes with Camel Butter.
Want to be a guest on Level Up Cleveland? Go to levelupcleveland.com and submit a guest application or call 1-888-626-9277 extension 0. Leave your name, the name of your band or your performing act, phone number, email address, and briefly tell us why you would be a good guest on Level Up Cleveland. We would love to have you on. Camel Butter, live at the Jenks. Check out Live at the Jenks at any of these sites, apps, or platforms. Camel Butter.
Just lean into it.
And we are back with Camel Butter, boys and girls. We got Jan, Blake, Luke, Jeziel here today. And as we said before, Nick couldn't be here, but in spirit, Nick has been here. Let me tell you guys, we have definitely felt his spirit here today. All right, guys. So speaking of Nick, it's come to my attention that Nick actually is the owner of a place called Olive My Heart. Perhaps you guys know more about it than I do.
He's an oil baron, basically. He controls an oil company. Yeah, he owns Olive My Heart, which is they make olive oil and stuff like that. Really fancy high-end olive oil.
Right, that's what I suspect.
Used with all kind of stuff. And I live with him, so our cabinets are just full of all the best olive oil.
Are you kidding me? You live with him?
Yeah, me and Nick live together.
So are you big? Do you drizzle olive oil over a lot of stuff like
fresh bread, dude? some warm bread and olive oil. That's one of the best things you could do for yourself.
Nick cooks for us.
Yeah,
Nick cooks for us almost every night.
What he does for us cannot be understated.
He's like our mom.
All of my heart for anyone.
Yeah, the story behind that, I guess, is he owned a vape shop. That he's like into vaping, and he like makes his own oils and stuff in our basement. But I might have put his shit on blast there. So no, he had a vape shop, and then with all that stuff that went on a while back with the government, like making vaping illegal or like thinking about it, he just like got out of it because he was like, "This is like unstable."
He's just like an entrepreneur,
He's a smart business dude. He does his thing, man. Like he's like kind of. I mean, you can't say any one of us are managed. Like you said, Blake got us this thing, and like Jan gets us a ton of shows independently, and like we all kind of do our thing.
No, but he's definitely more into the business side of things. I mean, I try to help out as much as possible, but he's actually a tried and proven business owner.
He made us an LLC because he's done it a bunch of times.
He knows what he's doing too, and we trust him. I know I do. To just kind of handle the business side of things.
Yeah, he like orders the merch and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Handles the money and shit.
Like, he's the responsible.
Yeah, he's the responsible.
Totally, and he cooks for us too. Like,
right.
He is such a good cook. I just gotta say too.
So
shout out to Nick Cream again.
Yeah, man. So let me ask you a question. Like, the one thing I'm thinking about right now is like with this kind of music. There's a stigma when it comes to musicians and being in bands and stuff like that. But can you get chicks playing this kind of music? I mean, is there like a crowd for that? Is there what kind of girls show up to this kind of stuff? You guys
fucking babes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if that's your goal, I have a girlfriend, so
well, be careful. Be careful.
Val doesn't have to worry. It's fine.
But I mean, do they show up? I mean, is this something? Is that like you dudes like seem like you guys?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I just I feel like it's a rough mentality. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've definitely gone through that, experienced that. But like, if you play the music for the women, or
no, I'm not saying you're doing it for the reason.
Yeah,
here's what I'm hearing.
They show up.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, guys.
All of the people that show up to these things or to support us are cool as fuck.
Yeah.
So like the atmosphere of the people that we bring together
what
like
what he's trying to say is people that show up, fuck.
Yeah. We make baby making.
We do make baby making music.
A lot of times, if you come to a Camel Butter show, you fucking
I mean, it's like a sexy music, right? I mean, chicks go up there and they're like, they're like,
yeah,
and they're like, like they sizing you up, and that's what it is, right? I mean, they're looking at like a big ass fucking turkey leg up there. I could say it.
Like a whole ass meal.
Yeah, and so that this does lend itself to that whole scene, right? I mean, it does, though. I mean, because be honest with you, I'm a metal guy at heart, right? I'm a heavy metal dude. That's where I come from. And, as the years went by, things did change some. But in the beginning, in the late 80s, early 90s, you go to a metal show, there was a couple girls there, and at best, and if you even, it's like, oh, boy. And then as time went on, that changed. It depends what kind of metal you're talking about, obviously. If you're talking about hair metal, it's a whole different game, but I'm not. But yeah, so there's certain musics that are just gender driven, but you're saying it's definitely not, huh? This is definitely
no.
You could come, like, if I come to your show,
it's not gonna be a bunch of dudes.
There might be some eye candy there, right?
Get laid for sure. Yeah,
anybody probably
put on.
Right?
Well, I mean, you know what? Like, it's funny because we do the Jenks shows, for example, and then like I look out into the crowd, and then like we have everyone from like people our age to like. We have older people. We have kids too. Like I remember one Jenks show that we were playing.
Friendly.
We were literally like finishing out a jam, and like Nick's like ripping a solo, and he like bends one chord, and this kid just like walks right in front of him, and he just goes and like high fives him. And
while he's holding it,
while he's holding the cup, I'm like, oh, that was
rock
sweet.
star.
Genuine props, like approval from a little kid. Like little kids are honest,
Yeah.
No
If
shit.
they think you suck, they're like they'll just.
And you guys do get exposed to that kind of like stuff, right? Because you're
like
playing
bought our
those
shirts.
kind of. You're playing that kind of
So when a
stuff.
little kid
Family
like,
friendly
hell
almost,
like,
right?
We look at each other like hell.
I mean, we don't have.
I never
cursing or
thought of
anything.
that.
Yeah.
You guys just seem like you're a fun.
Yeah,
fucking
absolutely. If you give us the space and
like
the,
to be in, not just to hear you guys. I mean, that's fun for sure. But to be in your guys' band, it just sounds
we
like
love
it'd
each
be
other.
fun.
A lot of bands like don't like each other.
So true.
But
We're
fans.
family.
Listen, it's so hard for bands to stay together, and everyone knows if you're in a band, the whole cliche, it's like a marriage, but it's 5 times harder, right? You know what I mean? Because you got 5 instead of 1 or 2 or whatever you're dealing with there, and
like we all fit together really well. Like I said, I live with Nick, so like me and Nick, I mean, me and Nick are kind of similar. Like I'm I'm kind of like bullish sometimes and don't want to talk. And like, I'll go, me and Nick will go like a week where we don't speak to each other. Like, and, you know, and
We live together.
yeah, and we'll just, you know, like we'll hang out and but, you know, I've known Blake forever. Like, we brought Jan in because like he's a good bass player, but like he fit in right with us. Like Jeziel fit in right with like, you know, we're trying to tone it back, but like we just like say ridiculous shit all the time and make jokes you shouldn't make, and like we're just dying in practice. Like
We're just trying to tone it back at live
like,
shows.
we're just busy talking shit the whole time and won't even like play music.
Oh god, yeah, it's.
Well, that's funny though, but that's the whole inside
we'll get
thing.
flagged for some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, we like each other, and I think that's like a big part of like writing good and like having good chemistry on stage, and like the crowd sees you looking at each other like, yeah, dude, this is awesome, and like you're just like, oh, okay, like they're having fun, so I'm having fun, like
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Me,
Absolutely.
me and Luke are looking at each other at like every show, and just
looking deep
Yeah,
into his
dude.
Puerto Rican eyes.
Well,
Jan's the most photogenic for sure. If you go look at our band photos, like Jan's always just like killing it. Like,
he does seem like he's the upfront.
yeah.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, we got to shout out our photographers. You know,
Yeah,
Tommy Waters for sure, and
our
Adam
boy.
Berta is definitely taking some pictures for us. Nick Danzak too.
Nick Danzak, yes,
Yeah.
those
But-
three guys.
But in Nick's defense, that dude seems to be very involved in what he's fucking doing when he's playing. He's got, he seems like every time, I'm sure I didn't see all of it, but the stuff that I did see, he seems to have like 3 or 4 things at once.
Oh yeah,
He's got pedals going,
yeah.
and he's got his wah-wah going. He's down here on the floor, and he's trying to do this, and it don't sound fucked up.
No, yeah.
Like, and he like
he knows what he's doing.
he doesn't look like it looks fucked up when you're just looking at him. Like if you turn the sound off, you'd be like, this dude's having a
He's having
seizure.
a malfunction.
Yeah, or
He's
something.
trying to fix
But if you
something.
turn the sound up and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
Yeah,
listen
dude,
to what
he
he's
wails. Doing it
doing
on
there,
purpose,
man.
He can do it all. He could be textural and soft and whisper.
You're right, and he has
scream, can step out
inflections
and
and
solo.
Yeah.
Like, he can
wow. I was
Nick-
like,
Nick
this
tells the
dude's got
story.
like the
He's
real
the-
deal,
He's the
man.
cream in the butter.
He's also
He's
self-taught.
the cream
too.
in the butter.
You guys, honestly, dude, that's not true. You guys are interchangeably that.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie
Yeah.
to you.
We've said that before.
We
that,
take
like,
You're interchangeably that, and I inspire. Listen, I tell anybody right now, go see you guys. If they know you guys are more on the east side, you know, and you're playing a lot, but go see you guys. You guys not east side, but you guys are playing Cuyahoga Falls,
Yeah. We'll be at
area.
the Winchester too.
the Winchester.
West side,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
we're taking like a brief little
Go
kind
see.
of hiatus.
Yeah, we are gonna take.
There's chicks.
We got stuff booked, but yeah, there's chicks you'll get laid.
There's chicks there. There's
If you want to impregnate some girl, like come through.
well, dude. I mean, come on, men will be. Men. All right,
I don't know
guys.
about
Thank
that.
you guys for coming, man. This is a really good time. I really appreciate
Yeah,
you
no,
guys
thank you
coming.
for
Yeah,
having
you
us.
guys
This
are
is
awesome.
fantastic. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Thanks.
See you next week.
See you next time.
We love you.
What a way to end the show.
That does it for another episode of Level Up Cleveland. We hope you enjoyed it. Check out the description below for links to everything Camel Butter and Level Up Cleveland. And remember, you can always hear this interview in its entirety on the Level Up Cleveland podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. See you next week when we talk to Cleveland recording gurus, Signal Flow. Level up, everybody! I'm the bad.